You can see everything from up here. That's the thing about being a door gunner. You're not on the ground where the jungle hides everything. You're up in the air, doors open, wind screaming past, looking down at the war from 1,000 feet. You see it all. The villages, the rice paddies, the rivers snaking through the delta, the people running, the muzzle flashes, the bodies. You see everything, and everything sees you. I'm writing this in August 1969, sitting in my hooch at Bin Thuy Air Base in the Mekong Delta. Been in country for 7 months, 5 months left on my tour. 153 days. I count every one. My name's Marcus Johnson, Detroit, Michigan. I'm 20 years old. Got drafted in '68, right after I graduated high school. Didn't want to go to college, didn't have money for it anyway. Got my draft notice in July. Reported for basic in August. Advanced training at Fort Polk. Then orders for Vietnam. Door gunner on a UH-1H Huey, the Iroquois. Everyone just calls them Hueys. Best sound in the world if you're a grunt on the ground taking fire. Worst sound in the world if you're on the receiving end. Depends which side you're on. I arrived in Vietnam in January 1969. Tet Offensive had happened a year earlier. The war was grinding on. No victory in sight. Just missions and casualties and body counts and going home when your year was up, if you made it that long. They assigned me to the 336th Assault Helicopter Company, the Warrior Battalion. We fly Hueys out of Bin Thuy, support operations throughout the Mekong Delta. The Delta is different from up north. Up north, it's mountains and jungle. The Delta is rice paddies and rivers and canals. Water everywhere. Flat, hot, humid. Mosquitoes the size of small birds. Perfect guerrilla warfare terrain. The VC own the Delta. They move through it like ghosts. Control the villages at night. Disappear during the day. Plant booby traps. Launch ambushes. Fade back into the population. You can't tell who's VC and who's just a farmer. Sometimes they're both. A Huey crew is 4 men. Pilot and co-pilot up front. Crew chief and door gunner in back. I'm the door gunner on the left side. My weapon is an M60 machine gun mounted on a bungee cord. 7.62 millimeter rounds. Rate of fire 550 rounds per minute. Effective range about 1,100 meters. In practice, I'm shooting at whatever I can see. The crew chief sits on the right side. His job is maintain the aircraft, but in combat, he's a second door gunner. Between us, we've got both sides covered. When we're taking fire, we're both shooting, suppressing, protecting the bird, protecting each other. My pilot is Warrant Officer Rick Thompson from Alabama, 24 years old, been in country 8 months. Good pilot, calm under fire, doesn't take unnecessary risks. That's important. Some pilots are cowboys. They get their crews killed. Co-pilot is Warrant Officer Dave Martinez from Texas, 23, on his second tour, volunteered to come back. Don't know why anyone would do that. Maybe he's crazy. Maybe he couldn't adjust back home. Maybe Vietnam is the only place that makes sense to him anymore. Crew chief is Specialist Mike O'Brien from Boston, 21. Been here 10 months, knows the Huey inside and out, can fix anything, keeps our bird flying. That's literally life and death. An aircraft that goes down in the Delta. You don't want to think about what happens to the crew. We're a slick crew. Slick means a utility Huey. No weapons pods, just the door guns. We do insertions and extractions. Drop troops into landing zones. Pick them up when they're done. Resupply. Medevac when the dedicated dust-off birds are busy. Whatever's needed. The gunships, Cobras and armed Hueys, they provide fire support. Rockets, miniguns, grenade launchers. Heavy firepower. We're the workhorses, the taxis, the lifeline between the grunts and safety. You'd think being in the air would be safer than the ground. It's not. We're flying targets. Every mission we take, ground fire. Small arms, machine guns, sometimes RPGs. The VC wait until we're committed, coming in for a landing, low and slow. Then they open up. We're most vulnerable in the LZ landing zone. That's where crews die. I've been shot at more times than I can count. Hit the bird maybe 20 times. Hit me. Not yet. Not yet. But it's not a matter of if. It's when. Everyone gets hit eventually. You just hope it's minor. A graze. A through and through in the meat of your leg. Something you can survive. Something that sends you home early, but not in a box. My first mission was January 15th. Combat assault into a hot LZ west of Cantho. I was terrified, shaking so bad I could barely hold the M60. We came in fast, low over the rice paddies. I could see VC in the tree line, see their muzzle flashes, see the tracers coming up at us. Thompson shouted, "Guns free," and I opened up, held down the trigger, brass casings flying out, hot ones bouncing off my legs, the M60 roaring. Couldn't tell if I was hitting anything, just shooting, just trying to keep them from hitting us. We dropped the grunts and got out, took fire all the way out. Holes in the tail boom. One round came through the floor between O'Brien and me, missed us by inches. Welcome to Vietnam. That was 7 months ago. I've flown maybe 300 missions since then, every day, sometimes multiple times a day. Insert here, extract there, resupply this unit, medevac that casualty. The missions blur together, different coordinates, same war. I'm writing this because I need to document this while I'm still here. While it's still happening, before I start forgetting, before my mind starts protecting itself by blurring the details. This is August 1969. The war is grinding on. Nixon's talking about Vietnamization, handing the war over to the South Vietnamese, withdrawing American troops. But we're still here, still flying, still taking fire, still dying. 5 months left. 153 days. Then I go home. If I make it, if my luck holds, if the odds don't catch up with me. You can see everything from up here, the beautiful and the terrible, the delta stretching to the horizon, the villages burning, the rice paddies flooding red, the war from 1,000 feet up, and everything can see you too. August 12th, 1969. A typical day. If any day in Vietnam can be called typical. 0530, wake up. Slept maybe 4 hours. Nightmares woke me twice. Same dreams. The bird going down. Rotor blades hitting water. Us sinking, drowning. I shake it off. Get dressed. Head to the mess hall. Breakfast is powdered eggs and weak coffee. I eat because I need to, not because I'm hungry. Some guys can't eat before missions. Nerves. I learned early. Eat when you can. You don't know when you'll get another chance. 0630. Pre-flight check. O'Brien goes over the bird, checks the engine, the rotor, the controls. Everything has to be perfect. One mechanical failure at the wrong moment and we're dead. I check my M60, clean the barrel, load ammunition belts. We carry 2,000 rounds. Sounds like a lot. You can burn through that in minutes in a hot LZ. I make sure the bungee cord is secure, the mount is tight. This gun is my life insurance. 0700, mission briefing. We're doing a combat assault, inserting a platoon from the 9th Infantry Division into a suspected VC base camp about 30 clicks south. Intelligence says the camp was active 2 days ago, maybe still occupied, maybe abandoned. We won't know until we get there. We'll be flying in a formation, 4 slicks carrying troops, 2 gunships for fire support. Lead ship goes in first, tests the LZ. If they take fire, the gunships suppress. Then the rest of us follow. Quick in, quick out, standard combat assault. Expect ground fire, the briefing officer says. Like that's news. We always expect ground fire. The question is how much, how accurate, how heavy. 0800. We lift off, 4 Hueys rising from the airfield. The sound is incredible. that distinctive thump, thump, thump of rotor blades. The Huey is loud. Inside, you can barely hear yourself think. Wind screaming through the open doors. Engine roaring. Rotors beating the air. I'm sitting in the left door, feet on the skid, M60 pointed out. The delta spreads below us. Rice paddies in every direction. Villages, tree lines, rivers and canals cutting through the landscape like veins. It's beautiful from up here, peaceful. You'd never know there's a war happening. Then you see the bomb craters, the burned villages, the artillery impact zones, the scars of war on the landscape. We fly low, maybe 1,500 feet, low enough to see details, high enough to give us some reaction time if we take fire. The VC have .51 caliber machine guns that can reach us, RPGs. Even small arms can get lucky. We're never really safe. 0845, approaching the LZ. It's a clearing next to a river. Tree line on 3 sides. Good cover for the VC, bad for us. The lead bird goes in first. I watch them descend, flare, touch down. Nothing, no fire. They're down and the grunts are jumping out. Maybe the LZ is cold, maybe dash. Green tracers coming up from the tree line. The VC are using green tracers. Ours are red. The lead bird is taking fire. Taking fire? Taking fire? I hear on the radio. The gunships roll in, rockets streaking down, miniguns tearing up the tree line. Our turn. Thompson banks us in. We're coming in fast, nose up, slowing down. I can see the tree line, see the muzzle flashes. I open up with the M60. Long bursts, raking the tree line, trying to keep their heads down. The grunts are jumping out. 6 men, 8, 10. They're running for cover. I'm still firing. Can't tell if I'm hitting anyone, just shooting, covering them. Go, go, go. Thompson's on the controls. We're lifting, taking fire. Rounds hitting the bird. That metallic ping, ping, ping sound. Holes appearing in the skin, but nothing vital. Not yet. We're up, banking away. The other 2 slicks are going in. I'm reloading, hands shaking, adrenaline dump. We made it. We're alive. That was 30 seconds. Felt like 30 minutes. 900. Second insertion. Different LZ. Same mission. More troops going in. This one's supposed to be cold. Intelligence says no VC in the area. Intelligence is wrong. We're coming in 50 feet off the ground when the tree line erupts. Heavy machine gun fire, 51 caliber big rounds. They're tearing the lead bird apart. I see the rounds hit, see the holes punch through, see the lead bird shudder, smoke trailing. They're going down, not controlled, crashing, into the rice paddy. The bird hits hard. Water and mud fountaining up. The rotor blades hit the water, disintegrate. The bird tips on its side. I can see the crew trying to get out. The pilots are moving. The door gunner, I don't see him. Don't see the crew chief. Thompson's on the radio. Chalk 1 is down. Chalk 1 is down. We're going in. We're going in. Into a hot LZ to pick up a downed crew. Under fire. This is suicide. This is also what we do. We come in fast. The gunships are hammering the tree line, but the VC aren't stopping. They know we have to come for the crew. They're waiting. This is their game. I'm firing. Long, continuous bursts. The barrel is heating up. Can't sustain fire like this for long. Don't care. We need cover. Need to suppress them long enough to get the crew out. We land maybe 30 yards from the downed bird. O'Brien and I jump out, running through knee-deep water. Rice paddy water, filthy, rounds snapping past us, geysers of water where bullets hit. The crew is getting out, pilot's limping, co-pilot is helping him. I reach the bird. The crew chief is still inside, slumped over, blood everywhere. He's hit bad, multiple rounds, chest, stomach. He's dying. Help me! O'Brien's trying to pull him out. I grab an arm. We pull. He's heavy. Dead weight. He's unconscious now. Not responding. The door gunner is dead. Half his head gone. Nothing we can do for him. We leave him. Have to. No time. We're carrying the crew chief, running back to our bird. Thompson's on the controls, ready to lift the second we're on. The pilot and co-pilot from the downed bird are already aboard. We throw the crew chief on the floor, jump in. Go, go, go. Thompson's already lifting, rounds hitting us, the windscreen spiders, cracks spreading across it. But we're up, we're flying, we made it. The crew chief is bleeding out on the floor. O'Brien's trying to stop it, pressure on the wounds. But there are too many wounds, too much blood. The kid, he's maybe 19, he's dying right in front of us. He dies before we make it back to base, just stops breathing. O'Brien keeps trying, keeps doing chest compressions, but he's gone. We pulled him out of that bird, got him out, and he died anyway. 1,000, we're back at base, refueling, rearming, getting a new windscreen, 30 minutes on the ground, then back out. The crew chief's body is on the tarmac, covered with a poncho. The door gunner's still in the rice paddy. They'll recover him later. Maybe. If the VC don't get to him first. I'm shaking. Can't stop. O'Brien's sitting with his head in his hands. We just watched a kid die. Watched him bleed out on our floor. Couldn't save him. No time to process. No time to feel. We have another mission. More troops to insert. More supplies to deliver. The war doesn't stop because we're traumatized. I reload ammunition. 2,000 more rounds. Clean the M60 barrel. It's fouled from sustained fire. Have to make sure it works. My life depends on it. Thompson and Martinez are getting coffee. Acting normal. They've seen this before, done this before, lost crews before. They just compartmentalize, push it down, deal with it later, or never. 1045 back in the air. Another combat assault. This one goes smooth, no contact. The grunts get dropped. We extract without incident. Like the earlier missions never happened. That's Vietnam. Horror and routine alternating randomly. You never know which mission will be quiet and which will be hell. You just fly them all. Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. August becomes a blur. Mission after mission, day after day. Some are routine, some are hell. Most are somewhere in between. We lose another bird on August 18th. Not our flight, different company, but we know the crew, knew them. The bird took an RPG on approach, blew the tail off. They crashed and burned. All 4 KIA killed in action. 4 more names on the wall eventually. The odds are catching up with everyone. Every flight is Russian roulette. Most times the chamber is empty. Sometimes it's not. You never know which trigger pull will be the one. My closest call comes August 21st. We're extracting wounded from a firefight. Hot LZ, heavy contact. We're coming in low, taking fire from multiple directions. I'm returning fire. The M60 is roaring. Brass flying everywhere. A round comes through the door. Hits the mount. Right next to my hand. If it had been 2 inches left, it would have hit me in the chest. If it had been 2 inches right, it would have taken my hand off. Instead, it just destroys the mount. The M60 swings free on the bungee cord. Useless. I can't aim it, can't control it. I'm essentially unarmed while we're taking fire. O'Brien's still shooting on his side. Thompson's getting us out. But those 30 seconds while we're climbing away, I'm just sitting there, exposed, helpless, waiting for the round that will kill me. It doesn't come. We make it out. I get the mount replaced, back in the air that afternoon. Can't think about how close it was. Can't think about the odds. Just fly. Just do the job. Just survive one more mission. The casualties pile up. Not just KIA, the wounded. The ones who make it but aren't the same. Guy in our company loses an arm to a machine gun round. Another loses an eye to shrapnel. They get medevaced, sent to Japan, eventually home. We get replacements. New door gunners, new crew chiefs, kids who look like they're 12. We train them as best we can. Most learn fast. Some don't learn fast enough. We get a new door gunner, Specialist Jimmy Chen from San Francisco. 20 years old, first week in country, eager, ready, doesn't understand what he's gotten into yet. I try to teach him how to spot muzzle flashes, how to lead a target, how to suppress effectively, how to stay alive. He does okay, gets better, starts to understand. Then August 29th, we're taking fire on extraction. Chen's shooting, doing his job. A round comes through his door, hits him in the shoulder. He goes down. We get him back to base. It's not fatal. Through and through, miss the bone, he'll recover, but his war's over. Purple Heart and a ticket home. 1 month in country. Lucky or unlucky. Depends on perspective. They send us a new replacement. Private Williams from Alabama, 19 years old. Been in country 2 weeks. We train him. The cycle continues. How many door gunners will this bird go through before my tour is up? How many before the odds catch up with me? The missions continue. Combat assaults, extractions, resupply, medevac. We fly every day, sometimes multiple times. The heat is brutal. Inside the Huey, the sun beating down, the engine heat radiating back. It's 120 degrees. You sweat through your uniform in minutes. Dehydration is a constant risk. The Delta is unforgiving. Crash in the water and you can drown. Crash in the rice paddies and you sink in the mud. Crash in the jungle and you're miles from help with VC all around. Every mission, every flight, every moment in the air carries the risk of death. You just push it down. Don't think about it. Think about it and you'll freeze up. Freeze up and you're dead. September arrives. 4 months left on my tour. 122 days. Getting closer. Starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's dangerous. Short-timers get careless. Start thinking about home instead of the mission. That's when you die. Have to stay focused. Can't afford to slip. But it's hard. Hard not to count days. Hard not to think about Detroit. About home. About a life that doesn't involve being shot at daily. About sleeping without nightmares. About being normal again. If normal is even possible after this. September brings the monsoon. Heavy rain, low ceilings, reduced visibility. Flying in the monsoon is treacherous. Can't see the ground until you're on top of it. Can't see the tree lines. Can't spot the VC until they're shooting at you. We lose 2 birds in September to weather. One flies into a hillside in the fog. All 4 crew killed in action. Another loses power in heavy rain, crashes into a river. The crew survives, but the bird is destroyed. The weather kills as surely as the VC. But the missions continue. Rain or shine. The grunts on the ground need support, need resupply, need extraction. We fly or they die. Simple as that. I'm starting to break. Can feel it. The constant stress, the daily near-death experiences, the friends lost, the random nature of survival. It's wearing me down, grinding me to nothing. I'm not sleeping well. When I do sleep, the nightmares come. The bird going down, the crew chief dying on our floor, the rounds coming through the door, the faces of the wounded, the screaming. Wake up sweating, heart racing, reaching for a weapon that isn't there. The drinking starts. Not much at first. Just a beer or 2 to take the edge off, to help me sleep. Then more, then bourbon, then whatever I can get my hands on. O'Brien drinks too. So does Martinez. So does half the company. Self-medicating, trying to cope, trying to forget, trying to survive until we can go home. Thompson notices, pulls me aside. You okay, Johnson? Fine, sir. Just tired. You're not fine. None of us are fine. But I need you functional, need you sharp. Can't have you impaired on missions. I'm good to fly, sir. I'm always good to fly. He looks at me, knows I'm lying, knows we're all lying. But what can he do? Ground the entire company? We're all breaking in one way or another. We just keep flying, keep pushing through, keep surviving. Mid-September, we get a mission that nearly breaks me completely. Medevac extraction. Platoon got hit by a booby trap, multiple casualties. We're going in to pull them out. The LZ is tiny, barely room for one bird, surrounded by jungle. No way to see threats until we're on the ground. Thompson brings us in carefully. We land. The wounded are everywhere. 6, 7, 8 men. Some walking wounded, some on stretchers, some just lying there, not moving. We start loading them. One kid, maybe 18, he's missing both legs. Blown off by a mine. He's conscious, screaming, begging us to help him. We get him on board. He's bleeding everywhere. O'Brien's trying to tie off the arteries. The kid's screaming the whole time, calling for his mother, crying, dying. We're overloaded, too many wounded, too much weight. Thompson's struggling to get lift. The bird is shaking, rotors straining. We're barely climbing. 50 feet, 100. The kid is still screaming. He dies at 200 feet, just goes silent. O'Brien checks him, shakes his head. Another one gone. Another kid who will never go home. We land at the hospital, unload the wounded, the ones who are still alive. 3 dead on our floor. The kid with no legs. 2 others who died en route. We pull the bodies off, hose out the blood, get ready for the next mission. That night, I can't stop shaking. Can't stop seeing that kid's face. Can't stop hearing his screams. I drink half a bottle of bourbon, pass out, wake up 4 hours later from nightmares. Same cycle. O'Brien finds me in the morning. You look like shit. Feel like shit. You gonna make it? I don't know. 3.5 months, 107 days. I just need to make it 107 more days. You'll make it. We all will. We have to. But I'm not sure. Not sure I can take 107 more days of this. Not sure any of us can. We're all breaking, all coming apart, all held together by nothing but willpower and the knowledge that home is waiting if we can just survive a little longer. The war doesn't care that we're breaking. The missions continue. The VC don't stop. The dying doesn't end. We just keep flying, keep shooting, keep watching kids die, keep trying not to think about how we're next. I'm writing this in late November 1969. 10 days left on my tour. 10 more days. Then I'm gone. Home, done, survived. If I make it 10 more days. I'm terrified. More terrified now than I was at the beginning. Back then, a year seemed infinite. Death was abstract. Now I can see the finish line. And I know how many guys die in their last weeks. How many short-timers don't make it home. The odds are the same every day, but the stakes feel higher when you're this close. They're not flying me much. Standard practice. Short-timers get easier missions. Less risk. Trying to get us home alive. But every mission is risk. Every flight could be the one. Can't relax. Can't let my guard down. Not until I'm on that freedom bird. Not until I'm wheels up out of Vietnam. My replacement arrived last week. Private Jackson from Georgia. 19 years old. Fresh. Green. Looks like he's 12. I train him same as I was trained. Show him the basics. But you can't really train someone for this. They have to learn by surviving. Or not. He asks me questions. Is it always this bad? How do you deal with the stress? What's your advice for surviving? I don't have good answers. Yes, it's always this bad. I don't deal with the stress, I just suppress it. My advice? Be lucky. That's all. Just be lucky. Skill matters, training matters, but luck matters more. Random chance, the odds, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's what kills you. He doesn't find that comforting. I don't mean it to be comforting, it's just truth. This war is a lottery. You play every day. Most days you win. Some days you don't. You can't control it. Just accept it. And hope your number doesn't come up. Thompson's rotating home in January, Martinez in February, O'Brien in March. We're all going home. Different times, but all going. The crew that's flown together for months will be scattered. New crews will form. They'll fly these same missions. Some will make it, some won't. The war continues regardless. I think about what I'm going home to. Detroit, my family, friends. A life that seems impossible to imagine. Normal life. No one shooting at me. No daily flights into death. No watching kids die. Just normal. Can I be normal again? I don't know. This war has changed me. I'm not the kid who got drafted in '68. That kid was naive. Thought he understood the world. Thought he was ready for anything. This war taught me I don't understand anything. That readiness is an illusion. That survival is random. That death is everywhere and constant and meaningless. That humans are capable of incredible violence. That I'm capable of incredible violence. I've killed people, I know I have. From the air with the M60. Couldn't see their faces, didn't see them die up close, but I killed them. How many? 10, 20, 50, more? I don't know. Lost count. Does it matter? 1 or 100, I'm still a killer.
What do I tell people when I get home? What do I say about Vietnam? About the war? About what I've done? About what I've seen?
I'll lie. Same as everyone lies. It was tough, but we did our job. Proud to serve. Glad to be home. All the expected phrases, all meaningless. The truth is I'm broken. Vietnam broke me. Flying door gunner broke me. Watching kids die broke me. Being shot at 300 times broke me. And I'm not sure if I can be fixed. Not sure if I want to be fixed. Not sure what fixed would even look like. 10 more days. Then I go home. To a country that doesn't want to hear about Vietnam. To people who think we're baby killers or suckers or both. To a world that's moved on from this war while we're still fighting it. And I'll try to move on too. Try to forget. Try to be normal. Try to pretend the last year didn't happen. Try to silence the nightmares. Try to stop hearing the rotor blades. Try to stop seeing the Delta from 1,000 feet up. Try to stop feeling the M60 in my hands. Try to stop being a door gunner, but I don't think I can. I think I'll always be up there, always flying, always shooting, always watching, always one trigger, pull away from death, always seeing everything from up here while everything sees me. You can see everything from up here. That's what I said at the beginning. It's true. From the door of a Huey, you can see the whole war. The beauty and the horror, the living and the dying, the whole terrible truth of it. And you can't unsee it, can't forget it, can't escape it. It's in you now, part of you, forever. 10 more days, then I'm done, then I survive. Then I go home and try to figure out how to live with what I've seen, what I've done, who I've become. I'm 20 years old. I've flown 300 combat missions. I've been shot at hundreds of times. I've killed dozens of people. I've watched friends die. I've seen more death in 11 months than most people see in a lifetime. And in 10 days, I'm supposed to go home and be normal, be a civilian, be the kid who got drafted from Detroit, pretend the last year didn't happen. I don't know if I can do it, don't know if any of us can, but I'll try, because what else is there? The alternative is staying here, staying broken, staying in Vietnam forever. 10 more days, 240 more hours, 14,400 more minutes. Then I'm free. Then I escape. Then I survive. If I make it 10 more days, you can see everything from up here, the Delta, the war, the death, the truth. All of it spread out below you. Beautiful and terrible, real and unreal, present and permanent. And once you've seen it, you can never unsee it, can never close your eyes without being back up there, can never forget what it looks like when everything can see you and everything is trying to kill you, and all you have is a machine gun and luck and hope that today isn't the day your luck runs out. This is November 1969. 10 days left. I'm almost home, almost free, almost alive. Almost just 10 more days.